We've got this graph of f of x, which has alternate line segments of gradient 1 and -1 forever. And then a function g of x is defined by a summation of these, but different powers of 2. And we're asked to find the integral from 0 to 1. That is going to be the area under the curve. So let's just work out what we get. When I put r equals 1 in, I'll get f of 2 to the 0 times x. That's just going to give me f of x. And then it'd be f of 2 to the 1. So I'll have f of 2x. And then f of 4x. And we'll just keep going until I get to f of 2 to the 9 times x, which is actually f of 512x. That's not actually that important, but it's worth knowing that 2 to the 10 is 1024. If you know that, you can easily then work out 2 to the 8 just by dividing by 2, 2 to the 9 in this case, 2 to the 8 by dividing by 4, 2 to the 9 by just dividing by 2. So I'm going to try and work out this integral, which is just going to then be the integral from 0 to 1 of all of these things. And I can do them separately. Okay, because I'm going to be adding all of these together, but instead I can just use these ideas of integration. Okay, so let's look at f of x. It's just this area here. So it's a half base times height. It's going to be a half. Now what happens when I stretch it? I didn't really talk about that, but stretch it by a scale factor of half. That's what we're doing each time. So the peak would now be here, and it would look like that. The area would actually stay the same because although I've kind of got, I've got the same triangle, but now it's got half of a base, but now I've created another triangle the same. I'm also going to get a half. And if I then try and do another stretch by factor of half, it's going to come up and down. We can see that actually every single time the area is going to be the same because I'm just fitting more and more of these half triangles in, but every time it is a half triangle and it is going to be half of the whole square. So all of them are a half. We're actually adding 10 of them up. So the answer, which comes together quite nicely, like this looks quite complicated when you first see it. When you first see the summation, it's like, what is going on? But once you realize what's happening, we're just doing these stretches. The area is the same each time. It's just 10 times a half, giving us an answer of 5.